Hello ladies and gentlemen, today is a very short video because I want to give some updates on some mods, voiced companions, stuff like that. First things first, we have a Discord right here where I have some other mod authors, stuff like that, where you can ask questions, get help, etc, etc. I will post hopefully an unlimited Discord link that will never run out into the video description. Yeah, so the work on the Project Cat, that's the very big companion that has romance and way over 1000 voice lines, is scheduled for development on June 4, because my writer has still like university stuff to do and all that, but we have like her story figured out. We have the faction story finally wrote down for the Order of the Fenrir. That is another big mod that hopefully comes out when all the companions are done. It's probably basically a faction mod. I already am in talks with somebody that hopefully can help me out build a faction headquarters. And then we add in some voiced NPCs later that work as like traders and guards and stuff like that for the headquarters. Then I also fiddled a little bit around, as you see, with new eyes. This is by all means not realistic eyes. It's more like crazy eyes, fancy eyes, odd eyes, weird eyes, alien eyes. You know, I have like dragon eyes here, rainbow eyes, some other weird stuff. Right? And probably this one will be finished up today, as you see on the 28th. I only have 7 more to do, and then I have like 50 eyes, and I think 50 eyes for one pack, a new pack with crazy shit, is basically, I would say a good portion of eyes to choose from. What else? Yeah, my second companion, the experimental one that has only, well, not only, but I believe around 150 voice lines. That is basically a chip from a faction called Valhalla Orden. That is basically an under-faction of the Order of the Fenrir. All my companions are now linked to that new faction. But it's basically a chip transplanted into a synth's body, and she can basically speak into your mind. She will probably have a voice, probably, like a GLaDOS from Portal, something like that, like robotic and stuff. But she will basically speak directly into your mind. There is also a reason why she can do that. It's also basically allowed. It's also explained within the borders of Fallout lore. She is basically, the 4 dialogue trees are done. A dialogue tree for me is basically 4 player questions and 4 NPC answers. These 8 lines is a tree for me, a dialogue tree, and she has 4. The 4 basic pillars, for me, it's the first companion meeting. That is when you meet her the first time and when you recruit her. The second one is the recruited tree that pops up when you talk to her while you have her recruited. And then you have the fired tree. That's the tree that you get when you fire her. That's basically to where you get linked to. And then you have the re-recruited tree. That's the tree that you get when you try to re-recruit her after dismissing her. So these 4 are basically done and finished. They are being, like, I'm not sure if they are recorded but no, but the voice actress is, by the way, it's Kasia. It's the same lady who did the Vermillion Frost mod. But this time, like, I believe with a different voice, of course. And the miscellaneous dialogue, like encounter with enemies, crippled limbs, taunts, getting hit, stuff like that, that is still being finished, but it's probably finished by June 4th, 5th or 6th or something, because we said that I wanted the experimental companion to be done while the before we start work on Project Kate. So as you see, I have already the ESP, like the basic template for Cat here. And probably today or tomorrow or in the coming days, I get the template for the experimental companion. And then hopefully I can release the experimental companion in the next 2 weeks. Probably, very, very probably before the conference from Bethesda. I will release my experimental companion. If the experimental companion is a success, like in the same terms as like Vermillion Frost, then I will probably do also like Frost will get in the future like a big update in terms of dialogue trees, voice lines, and also a romance system. But I'm not sure how I do it, because it's basically a chip in the brain of a synth that's basically like a talking weapon. I'm not sure how you're going to romance that, but probably we will find a way to do that. And then also, if any mod authors are watching here right now, I'm looking for somebody who can create assets for my faction mod. Stuff like, for example, like ammo crates, weapon crates, stuff that has my logo on it. That is the like the Fenrir emblem that I have. I'm not even sure what you can do, because even the Brotherhood doesn't have its own logo on every single piece of asset that they have on the Pridwen, for example. So I have some flags and flagpoles with the logo that looks pretty cool. And yeah, I need some more assets that we can use. Ammo boxes, crates. If you have other ideas, please tell them to me. But if you know people who can do assets and stuff, would be cool if you could contact me. I have my Discord. My mod author name on the Nexus is of course XXVVXX. But on my YouTube, as you see, it's Vermillion, but also on Discord it's Vermillion. Skyrim will probably continue tomorrow, even though it's a little bit hard to do right now because it's like super hot in Germany right now, like really hot. But Skyrim will probably continue. Then we also have probably in the coming week 2 new armors that belong to the faction Order of Fenrir. One is probably being finished tonight, so you will see that armor probably in the next 2 or 3 days on the Nexus. And what else? And the other armor probably in the next 1 or 2 weeks. That still needs like recoloring and all that fun stuff. So basically, it's like not completely newly made armors, but it's like 2 nice looking mashups, basically. What else is there? Yeah, Fallout 4 continues after I furnished my home, my airship, a little bit, so it looks a little bit like a Fenrir base. I have to rework my own character a little bit. And of course I'm waiting for that armor to give it to my character, basically. They also have body slide, so you can adjust them to your own character if you have different body types and stuff. And I don't believe I missed anything. The one companion that I voiced myself with the Dreadnought voice from Warhammer 40k is not started work yet. It's basically a little bit in the future, but it's basically then of course a male companion that should be customizable like Jezebel from the Automatron DLC. And then keep your eye out in the next coming days for a possible Starfield teaser from Bethesda, because that's what they do so short before the E3. So keep an eye out for that on the Bethesda Twitter. Yeah, so that's it basically. If you have any questions, feel free to write them into the YouTube comments or send me a message on the Nexus, or what's even better, just join my Discord and you can ask me stuff there as well. I have a specific mod channel, I do believe. Where is it? Mod questions, yes. In the mod questions channel you can do that. Okay, so I will set that under the video, and thank you very much for watching if you watched this until the end. And yeah, we see you guys probably tomorrow in Skyrim then. And yeah, thanks for listening, watching. Keep in mind, you could help me really out if you subscribe right now to my channel. And keep in mind to click on the notification bell so you can see my terrible mod previews of my own mods. You can see future plans, and you maybe can be even involved in future plans, right? So hopefully you join me on Discord and also on YouTube. So yeah, thanks for watching, listening, subscribing, etc. I see you guys later. Bye.